Hola! These are finally your last new grammar notes of this school year. Woohoo! Today you're going to learn how to conjugate two irregular verbs that are in the unit that we are completing right now. Those two verbs are ver, which means to see, and dar, which means to give. And you're also going to learn one other irregular verb that you need to make sure you know for next year. You'll be asked a few times to pause the video and answer some questions, and when you think you've completed everything, please call me over to take a look at your answers. Let's begin. We're going to start off with the conjugation of the verb to see. The only form of the verb ver, which is irregular, is the yo form. You'll notice that I see is yo veo. You see is tu ves. He or she sees or you see is él, ella, or usted ve. Nosotros vemos is we see. Vosotros veis is you all see in España. And ellos or ustedes ven is they see or you all see. Please pause the video to complete the 4 questions, answer the 4 questions on la primera página, the first page. Make sure that you pay attention to how you need to answer these questions. Who's being asked and how do we answer? Once you're all set with those questions and answers, please move on to página 2 and the verb dar. Our second verb today is the verb dar, which means to give. Just like ver, you'll notice that it is only irregular in the yo form. I give is yo doy. You give is tú das. Él or ella da is he or she gives, and usted da is you give formal. Nosotros damos is we give. Vosotros dais is you all give, the one that's only used in España. And they give or you all give is ellos y ustedes dan. Pause the video again to answer the 2 questions on página 2. And when you've finished, please move on to página 3, which deals with the verb hacer. The verb hacer can have 2 possible meanings. It can be used to mean to make or to do. Once again, the only irregular form is the yo form. I make or I do is yo hago. You make or you do is tú haces. He or she makes or he or she does, or you make or you do, formal, is hace. We make is nosotros hacemos. You all make, we make or do is nosotros hacemos. You all make or do, in España only, is vosotros hacéis. And they make or do, or you all make or do, is ellos or ustedes hacen. Now, the one thing you really need to remember, it's very important, is that when you're asking a question with hacer, for example, ¿qué haces tú el viernes después de la escuela? Or, what do you do Friday after school? We usually use a different verb to answer the question, unless, of course, you're just going to do your homework. On Friday after school, maybe you play sports. Maybe you go home. Maybe you read. Maybe you play video games. Maybe you work. But be aware, typically when you see a question with hacer, you'll use a different verb in the answer, especially if hacer means to do in the question, which it does most often. Now that you're done with the video, take a few moments and answer the 4 questions on página 3. Once you've finished with all of the questions, please call me over to take a look at your packet. If you are waiting, please move forward and complete some of the practice activities and games that are listed below these notes. Gracias.